Watch where you're going.
What did you say?
It's not like he can transform.
Hey, Darkwing.
Don't.
My finger can transform. Guess which one?
Allow me.
Чувак, Мужван. Щоб ви вийшли Infinity Paramount released the animated movie that is based after the Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it shouldn't become official surprise that Paramount would release the animated movie based off one of the most popular toy brands. So Transformers are known to be really popular toys. And I want to say while I'm not the biggest Transformers fan, I will still say that I am very familiar with the pieces of media, and I even got some of the toys, and this is definitely not the first time that the popular toys would come to the big screen. In fact, there have been a lot of Transformers movies, like for instance, the Transformers the movie from 1986, and all of the Michael Bay Transformers movies, which I haven't watched. But however, the visuals from Paramount to this movie, and it is that they are not so beloved as their toys. In fact, some people even go as far and say that they're actually bad. And therefore, this movie, I will say that while most of the Transformers movies are great, that doesn't mean that I have no hope for this video. In fact, considering how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem became the best movie in the entire TMNT franchise, maybe this could also be the best movie in the franchise. So now that we're finally back to see the beloved Transformers on the big screen, will it be as awesome as the transformation powers to make this the best movie in the series? Or will these guys do have the same face as the Michael Bay movies? Well, let's find out. And also spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this movie. So now let's talk about the story. And when it comes to the story of the Transformers movies, you would think that it would be like your regular story of the other Transformers movies. So you would think that it would you'd think that it would also be about the humans, and that it would take place after the timeline. And however, this story is a lot more different, because the story is actually meant to be a prequel. So the story is about how Optimus Prime, now called Orion, called The Lion back in this movie became finished with Megatron, who's also called the 16 in this movie, became like Badush and became like Finish and even Badush. But however, after they go to the race in this icon called Icon 5000, they accidentally get into the shadow place where and they also meet other characters like Bumblebee, and somehow they also get into the shadow place where this guy gives the ability to make them transform. But however, then a villain arises to threaten the place, so it's up to Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron and Elita to go to save everyone. So now when it comes to the story of this movie, while I am glad that they didn't make it about humans again, and that the idea of a weekly story about how Optimus Prime became friends with Megatron. There is just one problem. And that is that the story can feel a little bit predictable, especially with how the pacing can also be a bit slow and also fast at times. And not to mention that the ending in this is shockingly rushed, which is kind of disappointing. And the reason why the ending feels rushed is because in the ending, Megatron literally almost killed Optimus Prime, but however, Optimus Prime comes back and Megatron doesn't even get defeated. And Optimus Prime gives literally everyone the ability to transform. And that's the literal ending in this movie, which is very understandable as to why they did it. It's because they are gonna probably make a sequel to this, and at the end it's supposed to be like a cliffhanger. But however, there is something about this ending that doesn't feel as good as this adverse cliffhanger.
For thousands of years, we have been at war. But before, we were enemies. We were like brothers.
But however, does that mean that the story is absolutely terrible? Well, why I wouldn't call this story great, in fact it's far from it. I will say what keeps it away from being terrible is that it's different from the other Transformers movies. And I like that they don't have to add the human characters in this, or else it would feel like watching the Michael Bay films, and it does at least feel faithful to the Transformers franchise. But however, while the story may feel a little bit messy, it is mostly just mediocre. So now let's talk about the animation. And when it comes to the animation of Transformers 1, while the story may not be that good, I certainly hope that the animation will look at least great. And the end result actually looks amazing. When it comes to the animation of Transformers 1 itself, they have this comic book style that is a lot more reminiscent to Into the Spider-Verse or Transform or even Ultraman Rising, but it's not as chaotic as Mutant Mayhem. So now let's start with the designs. And when it comes to the designs of the Transformers, they have this mostly human face, but however what makes them look good is that they can look a bit unique at times. In fact, also the character animation is a little more smoother, which is a lot nicer than smoother than you'd expect. And also there are also the backgrounds which look absolutely rich. With all the places they go to, like the Race 5000, I think, and other places like the places do look really nice. And also the colors do look the colors actually look really nice to look at, with how some can look absolutely nice. But however, we cannot not talk about Transformers 1 without talking about the action scenes and the transformation scenes, and they look absolutely good. With the way they transform and the way the action scenes look, it actually makes the movie look both pretty engaging and intense. And I also like to mention that the ending it does give out a sensational climax that's actually quite intense.
We've got these powers for a reason. Let's use them.
So now while the writing is not definitely the best, the animation in the movie, however, makes the movie feel absolutely exciting to watch. So now let's talk about the characters. And when it comes to the characters of Transformers 1, while I would say that every character in this is likable, every in the movie is amazing, I will say that the characters in the movie are actually really decent. So now let's start with Optimus Prime, aka Orion Pax. Who's this guy? Who tries to find the Matrix in order to get his transformation powers, and at the end of the movie, he's able to give the Matrix to everyone, and I will say that he's quite an enjoyable protagonist, as with how he can feel a nice dude, and he had managed to be quite absolutely heroic.
We roll out.
What?
Louder.
Transform and roll out!
And then there's one better known as
Badassatron.
who's the sympathetic transformer, who's happy-go-lucky and mostly a goofball. And while I would say that I don't hate him, he's not as interesting as the other characters. And in fact, because of his goofy nature, he can feel like a rip-off of Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Whoa! I got a battle mask! It appeared with this guy! Knife hands? I have knife hands!
I can see that.
And then there's Elita, who starts out by being absolutely mad to Optimus Prime for making her getting fired. And she later becomes a lot more sympathetic towards Optimus Prime. And for the other characters, there is also the Race 5000 guy. There is this guy who punishes Optimus Prime and Megatron. And there's also this guy who helps the Transformers to transform, and he explains everything about the Matrix.
I see strength in you. Take these and access your full potential.
And they were also possibly the antagonist. Like this villain guy number 1 who literally tortures the other Transformers, and who had made you look like the alien from the Alien movie. But however, then there is possibly the main villain, Megatron, who starts out by being at least a good person to Optimus Prime and the other characters, but later on the movie, he starts to be a lot more psychotic, with absolutely, with just wanting to kill people for fun, which does make him quite a surprisingly pretty cool villain, and an absolute threat in general. But however, I will say that he should have probably been arrested at the end of the movie.
If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you! I accept those terms.
And also I like to add that the voice acting in this movie It's actually really good. Like actually really good. Especially with how they can make their voices a lot deeper. We actually quite votes for this movie. So when it comes to the characters in the movie, they make sure that they give the audience quite a really good time. I'm not gonna lie, I was both excited and skeptical about this movie. As good as Mutant Mayhem was, the Garfield movie was sadly really disappointing. And when I watched the movie myself, I wouldn't call this movie perfect. It's actually really good. Spanish Farmers One is possibly a love letter to the Spanish Farmers franchise. That is also just like TMNT, the best movie in the whole franchise. So while the writing and the ending may be questionable, the amazing animation, likable characters, and really exciting action and good voice acting make this movie extremely fun to watch. This is a must-watch. I would highly recommend this movie to those who are absolutely fans of the Transformers. And even if you haven't seen any of the other movies, I would still recommend it. And that's exactly why I'm saying that this movie was really good and gets an 8 out of 10. So considering how both Mutant Mayhem and Transformers 1 ended up being actually pretty good, I wouldn't be surprised that the next happy movie will also be pretty good.